Good morning, Whittier. Today is Thursday, May 28th, 2020. It's National Day, National Brisket Day, and National Hamburger Day.
And what are we having for dinner tonight, Joelle?
Hamburgers!
Woo!
Whittier weather, high is 81, low is 71. Chance of precipitation is 60%. Happy birthday to Elaham, Keegan, and Andres.
And we hope you have a
happy quarantine birthday!
Sanitize hands and a party on Zoom.
Good job.
Can you hear me? You need to unmute. Unmute!
Have a super great birthday. All your friends wish they could be near, but your quarantine birthday means you get to have another birthday next year.
Your special spotlight for the week, talking about music class. This week, 5th grade is going to continue learning about musical form, which is the map of the music, the order of the musical sections. Grades kindergarten, 3rd, and 4th are going to get to explore the Chrome Music Lab. And you can do all kinds of stuff on there, from composition to melody to harmony to rhythm, all kinds of stuff. Check it out. Grades 1 and 2 are going to get to explore our virtual music room that me and Mr. Wagaman made. And I made a little screencast at the end of this so you can check it out. Right now, we're going to talk about our super musicians. Gorgeous. Okay, so our super musicians in kindergarten are Gwen K, Darius M, Brinley H, Erilyn P, and Miriam. Good job. Our super musicians in 1st grade are Bella S, Christine O, LCP, and Peyton S. Woohoo! Our super musicians in 2nd grade are Daniel F, Julia M, Kieran N, Eloyhem M, and Tristan S. Yay, nice job. Play a little interlude here. Our super musicians in 3rd grade are Sam G, Xander G, Malachi J, and Bailey B. Nice job, woohoo! Super musicians in 4th grade are Sean W, Savannah C, Mel R, and Ian M. And our 5th grade super musicians are PJ K, Mary Ann A, Mallory C, and Gracie P. Nice job, everybody. Keep up the good work. Hi, friends. I wanted to show you around our virtual music room. Some friends are going to get to do this as their assignment this week for music. If not this week, some classes will get to do it next week. So you can click on anything in the room just about, and it'll take you to a link to an activity, a game, a book, or something like that. Or an instrument. Look at Mr. Wagaman. Oh, so silly. So over here, we have a link for Chrome Music Lab, which we tried last week. So you can click that and it'll automatically take you to Chrome Music, and you could try out all the activities there. Awesome. Boop. You can even click on the flag. If you click on the flag, it'll take you to some information about the Star Spangled Banner. You can learn about the history, and I recorded myself reading a book of it. And also, back here we have, come on, highlighter, we have the Whittier School Song. You can listen to the Whittier School Song. All right, check it out.
Joke of today. Miss Swygrath, why do fish live in salt water?
Joelle, I don't know. Why do fish live in salt water?
Because pepper makes them sneeze.
God bless you. And bada bing, bada boom. What do you think about my jokes?
Good.
Oh, I love you, Joelle. You're probably one of my
But
favorite.
my sister would think no.
Oh, don't hit the down like button. It's always about a like.
I know. Well, do we subscribe to this video?
Ooh, you should.
Kindergarten, I wonder what is the most visited national park?
Whoa, well, we're going to find out in just a minute, but let's just talk about the great thing about national parks. Some are opening up,
For $50 for a whole year's membership, you can visit all 59 national parks, all the national
59?
seashores, all the national monuments, all the national battlefields, all the national historic sites. Remember, my goal is to see all of the national parks. We've talked about the ones that are the oldest. We've talked about the ones that are the most visited. We've talked about all of these great things about national parks. Let's see which
But
one.
seriously, I've only visited one virtual national park so far. It was at my old summer camp that I still go to. Basically.
Where is that?
The National Virginia Park.
Okay, ready?
National Park in Virginia.
Do.
Great Smoky Mountains National Park.
And we talked about where that was. What state is that located in, Joelle?
Tennessee.
Woohoo!
Great Smoky Mountains create the natural border between Tennessee and North Carolina. These forested peaks are the spiritual heart of the Appalachian Mountains, some of the oldest mountains on Earth. The mountain range also has a rich human history. The Cherokee Indians have called this region home for more than 1,000 years. The density of the forests and the elevation of the peaks meant the mountains served as a barrier to European settlers as they arrived on the continent. As the young American nation expanded west, settlers would eventually make their way into and over the mountains, displacing the native tribes. In 1830, President Andrew Jackson signed the Indian Removal Act, which forcibly removed most of the Cherokee, but some members of the tribe stayed and hid out in the Smokies. Today, some of their descendants live just outside the park. However, the mass displacement of the Cherokee meant the Smokies went from a native homeland to a resource ripe for exploitation. Loggers began clear-cutting the forests. Timber harvesting threatened the pristine, old-growth trees. At the same time, the conservation movement was in full swing. The idea for a national park in the Appalachians was born in the 1890s. By the 1920s, more than a dozen national parks had been created in the western United States, but only Acadia National Park in Maine represented the east. The Smokies were an ideal candidate for their scale, but also for their biodiversity. These hills contain more species of trees than all of Europe. In 1926, the creation of a national park in the Appalachians was approved by Congress, but with no money allocated to purchase land for the park, the effort was at a standstill. Since the government was not allowed to buy land, the state legislatures of Tennessee and North Carolina each appropriated $2 million for land purchases. Additional money was raised by individuals, private groups, and even school children who pledged their pennies. The Laura Spelman Rockefeller Memorial Fund matched what had been raised and donated $5 million, assuring the purchase of the remaining land. Many families who lived inside the boundaries of the park were forced off their property in exchange for payments. Some were given lifetime leases so they could stay in their home until they died. Many of these historic settlements and farmsteads remain today as living museums. Great Smoky Mountains National Park was formally dedicated in 1940 by Franklin Delano Roosevelt. The park now preserves over 500,000 acres, and it is the most visited national park in America with an annual visitation of 11 million. While the park is large, only a small portion of it is open to motor vehicles. What roads there are all lead to sites worth seeing. At 6,643 feet in elevation, Clingman's Dome is the highest mountain in the park and the state of Tennessee. It is also the third highest in the entire Appalachian Range. This is the one spot all visitors should experience. When crossing the park on the Newfound Gap Road, the one road that crosses the mountains, turn on the Clingman's Dome Road. This 7-mile road follows a winding ridge and arrives at a parking lot offering sweeping views of the surrounding landscape. A steep, 1-mile paved and wheelchair-accessible trail leads to the summit, where an observation tower provides 360-degree views. The next most worthwhile area is Cades Cove, which is located in the western corner of the park, and only accessible from the Tennessee side. Cades Cove is an isolated valley that contains dozens of picturesque settler farmsteads and cabins. Despite the influx of modern vehicles, the valley remains frozen in time and is a fantastic representation of early American history. Plan to be here for a while, since there is a lot to see and traffic is generally heavy and slow. For best enjoyment, visit at sunrise when you can regularly witness the valley blanketed in fog. Also on the Tennessee side is the Roaring Fork Motor Road. This one-way road, situated deep in the forest, showcases more cabins and a creek settlers used to run mills. The area is very hilly and has occasional torrents of flooding water after heavy rain. Visitors can explore the rocky landscape and historic buildings. If time is an issue, the road remains 2 lanes until the Noah Ogle Farm, an iconic settlement that has appeared on thousands of calendars and postcards. On the opposite side of the mountains, near the North Carolina entrance, you'll discover the Mountain Farm Museum and Mingus Mill. The Farm Museum is adjacent to the visitor center with a farmhouse, barn, blacksmith shop, and several other period structures. Elk can often be spotted in the fields neighboring the farm. Less than a mile up the road is Mingus Mill. Built in 1886, this historic grist mill was purchased by the National Park Service in 1934 and restored to its current state. A water-powered turbine powers the mill's machinery instead of a more typical water wheel. The structure is a fully working mill where you can observe its processes and purchase cornmeal and flour that are made on site. With over 800 miles of hiking trails, including some of the most scenic portions of the Appalachian Trail, this is a hiker's paradise. Each of the locations I've already mentioned has several short but rewarding hikes where you can find peace and quiet even during the busy season. For the adventurous, the trails for Mount LeConte and the Chimney Tops are popular and incredible. The more relaxing Deep Creek Trail features 3 impressive waterfalls over a 4-mile loop. It's located out of the way on the southern end of the park and offers a shaded route that follows a stream. It's a great escape from the hot, humid summers. The Smokies also offer an abundance of campsites throughout the park with varying facilities and at varying elevations. Winter begins early and ends late because of the elevation. Spring starts around May, but can still have unpredictable weather. Summer can be extremely humid and warm, although as you gain more elevations, the temperatures tend to become more pleasant. Autumn is the most beautiful season, with colorful leaves that occur from September to mid-November, depending on elevation. Great Smoky Mountains National Park offers something for everyone. Whether it's overlooks, hikes, history, scenic drives, souvenirs, animals, or waterfalls, you can find exactly what appeals to you. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Starting now, this channel will be posting 3 videos a week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'd like to thank all of my subscribers. The number of subscribers recently passed 300. I can't believe I've had this much support and so quickly. Thank you so much. I'd like to also thank my patrons on Patreon, including the newest patrons Edmund, Aaron, Les, and Paul. Your support is very appreciated. See you in the next video.
Wordplay today. Tiff, feet, Tiff.
What? Tiff, feet, and Tiff? They all look like feet to me. What do you think it's saying about feet?
Well, you know the saying about 2 left feet?
Oh, I would have never
I
picked
think
that.
it's that.
Great job, Joelle.
In Frozen, how many brothers does Han have?
Oh, I wonder how many brothers he has. We'll find out
I have
on
the
Friday.
answers right here.
Keep them to yourself. Don't tell anybody yet.
Wordplay of the day. Yesterday's word was humanist. Abstract. 2 have the same definition.
Okay, let's try that again. Ambiguous
Ambiguous.
and having the same designation.
Designation.
Say that again.
Wordplay of the day. Yesterday's wordplay was humanimous. Ambition to have the same destination.
And that's kind of like see and see. Like, I see you
Or-
in the sea.
Or meet somebody starting a business to help homeless people.
Yeah.
Like me and Caden.
All right, you and Caden. All right, ready?
Today's guest word of the day comes from Webster. The word is long
year.
Long year.
Nice job. Sounds kind of French, if you ask me.
Understand why this was
All right, leadership quotes by
Issa P. If your actions inspire another to dream more, do more, and become more. You are a leader. John Quincy Adams. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Whittier Standard Time is 8:57. Have a fantastic day.
Joelle, great job. Thanks for joining me today. I had a lot